Good morning. So I just finished my walk. I like to take long ones, but I hadn't been doing my workouts as regularly as I have actually daily. Um, so I really felt the need to just get out and walk today. I love the fresh air. It was 40 degrees, but I had to go do it. So layered up and whatnot. And so, like halfway through the point that I wanted to walk, of course, got a little bit winded, but I'm determined. And so, I had two choices of the things that I could tell myself. One is like, you're better than this, you're stronger than this, which is highly motivational for me sometimes, taking that punitive, like that punishment, like, oh, you got to do this. And then the other one, which I hadn't thought of in a while, which was one day you're going to walk the Camino. And I told myself that one, and it was amazing. My muscles immediately relaxed. My pace, my walking pace evened out. I felt like I was taking in even more, oxygen. I was at peace, and I hit a good stride. And, I often, when I take walks, hikes, whatever, when I exercise, period, I often take some of that time. It becomes my prayer time in a way too, especially because you're out in nature. You're creation out in creation, and so instead of like telling God, what I want, I was like, you know what, you already know everything, anything I can ask for. You already know the concerns, so please, just talk to me. And the what I heard was stay conditioned. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I hadn't been working out a lot, like regularly lately, stay conditioned. And it was like, no, stay conditioned, because conditioning, and he wasn't talking about only physical exercise, stay conditioned. It was more than that. In our lives, stay conditioned, because conditioning is for the purpose of building and moving forward. It is not for the purpose of what we're often in the habit to do, of getting conditioned, reaching the point that we wanted to so we could stop, and then inevitably find ourselves having to start over from scratch again, like I did. Well, not starting over from scratch, but yeah, starting over from scratch again, because you didn't maintain that same level. You didn't value where you were at that point, and so you fell off, and now you have to start back. You have to start again, or start over again at a point where you should actually be moving forward, advancing, where you should actually be building. And so staying conditioned is mental. What are you taking in? Like me, the choice, the words that I told myself, like I said, both of those are motivational to me. Sometimes, I need that, and that's what pushes me. Especially, in martial arts, that's what's pushing me. Like, you're better than this, you're stronger than this. You can, good morning, lady. You can definitely, move forward. You've done this before. It's time to, go ahead and, kick this in gear and get it done. But today, walking one day, knowing one day I'll walk the Camino, that was what fed me. And for those of you who don't know, the Camino Trail is, the Camino is a 500-mile trail between France and Spain that for years, if not centuries, people have taken as a pilgrimage. I believe there's a saint buried in France, Carmen de Santiago. Don't quote me, but I have several friends that have walked that trail, and have done it more than once. They've had a wonderful experience, met some amazing people from all over the world, and stayed in hostels and whatnot. And so it just sounds like a really fantastic experience. So that's on my list of things to do. And so me telling myself one day I'll walk the Camino, made this trail like, you can do this shit. So the other form of conditioning, because it was mental, he told me about the mental conditioning, the physical conditioning, of course, what it is that you feed yourself, how you treat the temple that you dwell in, making sure that you take care of it. And we all know what that is. For everyone, it could be something different. But if you don't like the space that you dwell in, if you're not caring for the space that you have, your physical body, then that's also a part of this conditioning. Because in order to enjoy the things you want, you have to be fit enough to do so. It's one thing to have, for example, it's one thing to have $100,000 and to be able to travel the world, enjoy a vacation, take breaks off from work. It's another thing to have $100,000 and have to give it over to the hospital bill. And so these are the choices we make. And then, of course, the most important one is how to stay conditioning yourself with his word, or as he told me, my word. Because that sets the expectations and our possibilities. Who we believe we are. Even in building, it sets, if we're able to stand on his word at each level, because something that he has for us, or when we're starting out, what he has for us at this level, we have to be able to stand or be conditioned enough that as that advances too, we're able to stand on a next level. So being able to stand on his word literally, and knowing that we're on a secure foundation. So I'm getting ready to now that I got my exercise in, I'm getting ready to go back in, get some work done. But I thought I would just share that with you today, the words of wisdom from God during my morning walk time. So stay conditioned. Stay conditioned. Have a wonderful day, y'all.